Okay, good. So here we go. Basically, all right. Now I'm more able to speak to you guys. So I see you guys on the big screen, and then I have my phone here. So just going to take a moment to go over the topic of the day with you, which at this particular time, we have. I always love questions, just so you guys know. So I would like to dive in on, the script with anyone who has really been focused on it and has been really practicing it, whether you've been doing it for a long time or whether you've just started. So the first person that volunteers, I want to be able to break down any part of the script with you that you want. So whoever raises their hand or comments here in the chat, I will work with you first and we can answer questions and we can role play either one or both. So, who's first? That is the $1 million question. Hmm, no volunteers. Jessica, I knew. Okay, good. I was about to say, I was like, if anyone will do it, Jessica will do it. Thank you. Okay. Is there anything specifically about the script that you would like to cover?
Um, hmm. So something I've been struggling with, I guess it's been one of my biggest hurdles since I started. And it's really kind of starting to click lately, and like I'm realizing it is just sounding more authoritative and being the leader instead of kind of letting them boss me around. And I know the script gives us a good outline for that, but yeah, I guess just leading more than I don't know, like just learning how to lead with this script
Sure.
and
I
being
like
the professional.
that's a very good question. I want to ask you another question on that, or very good point that you bring up. I wanted to know from you, like, where do you feel like you don't have the control? Maybe what part of the call? Is it the beginning? Is it somewhere in the middle? Where does that happen?
It's usually when they're pushing me for a price.
Oh yeah. I learned a really cool thing from an old mentor of mine, Grant Cardone. And I say old, but like, I mean, I still use his material, so he's still my mentor, I guess, one of them. And so this book right here, one of the first things he talks about is in order to get agreement, you have to be agreeable. It doesn't mean that, that they're right or that it's one of those things where you have to be able and willing to be agreeable with the individual that you're talking to because it's interesting, right? They're like, just give me a price. Like I know what it's like to get pressured on just give me the numbers. I just want to know what the numbers are. And like I totally understand that. And there's again, I did that example the other day about the layers, like with the onion and everything is like that. So there's a chapter, it's called, and you're not gonna be able to see it very well with my phone, but it's called The Price Myth. And at the part in the middle, he says it's almost never price. Okay. Price is not the buyer's biggest concern. It's actually at the bottom of the list of reasons why people don't buy. So, yes, people are price sensitive and they do want to get the best deal, but it's never like the make or break thing, right? So, absolutely, I'm going to be happy to get you all the numbers that you're asking for. And in order to get you the best deal, I'm going to have to look at a few different things at the same time for you. And that's just a really short way to say it. But like if we look at the script and they say price, and it's like number 11, there's really price isn't mentioned. You have to look at the objections. So right above the on the like under tools and references, number 8 on our checklist, we have the NEPQ TPG final expense sales script, and then we have the objection workbook underneath that, and then we have we have an outline below that. So if we look at the outline, we go to if we can't even control search there. Let me go here to the objection workbook. There it would be. There it is. That's the one I'm looking for. So price. If we control F and we hit the word price, it's actually not even really mentioned in there right now. It's not there at all. So let me see if I still have it. I don't think I have it anymore. Let me just tell you how I handle it. I think I do pretty well at it. I don't really get a lot of problems with it anymore. And so what I do, and there are going to be, again, there's always going to be a small percentage of individuals that no matter what you do, they are going to really just fight you the whole time and just push you and say like, I want the price, just give me the price. Like those individuals, there's always going to be an anomaly, right? A standout thing. So how about this? You be to me what you're receiving. Let's role play this real quick. That's going to be the best way.
Okay, I
So,
had a lady this morning, so it'll be perfect. I'll just say what she said.
okay. So now, what part of the call are we in, though?
Discovery
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. So I just want to make sure we get the right amount of coverage for you, Jessica. What's going to be like the thing that you want to do? A funeral or cremation?
I don't see why it matters. I'm just looking for some coverage. I had a $100,000 term policy that just ended. I had a whole life policy and I was burned by another agent. He did years in prison. I just want a price. I don't want to be on a
Wow.
sales call.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not here to sell you anything that you weren't looking for because you do need life insurance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sorry that you lost your term. Um, are you upset about that or happy?
I mean, it's not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, term's good though. I mean, if you would have passed away, your family would have got what, $100,000? So good job on being extremely responsible and holding on to a term until it expired. Did that expire because of your age or did it expire because of your job?
I left my job and they paid half of it for a few years and now I have to pay all of it and it's just too
Too
expensive.
expensive. How much are they wanting to charge you for it?
It was actually in $1 million term policy and they were going to charge her 900 a month.
Wow. How old are you?
71.
Jeez. Well, good job on working till you were 71. That's amazing. So I'm
Thanks.
I'm I'm giving her some genuine compliments. And if she acts crispy with me, I'm going to say you get just a ton of calls, right? Are you just getting your phone blown up all day with people trying to sell you life insurance?
Yep, that's why I'm trying to get this taken care of.
Yeah, any good conversations at all, like anything useful so I can save you some time?
Nope,
Okay,
just
what
people trying to sell me stuff.
tell me just because I don't want to make the same mistakes, like what are they doing that you're not happy about? Like what's the problem that why haven't you gotten anything yet? What's preventing you
I did
from
not
doing it?
ask her that question.
That's okay. Yeah, like what's like you've talked to so many people. Like what's the number one thing other than the price that's keeping you from being able to get this? Now she might
Well, what?
say, sorry to interrupt you, but she might say
Good.
it is just the price. And I would say, great, price is the easiest part about my job. Did somebody tell you to call me? Because I'm the guy that people call when they want to get the best price. I just totally take ownership of the whole thing. I'm going to get you a price on every type of policy that you're interested in, whether it be term. What do you want, term or whole life?
Whole life.
Yeah, you've already seen how bad term can be for people when they get over 65, haven't you?
Yep.
Boom. So now I just stomped on term. Now I can move away. All right, whole life. So we know that whole life's the only option, right? Now, I need to know what you want this to cover so we can get the proper amount for you and get you all the discounts available. Do you want to do a funeral or cremation? Now, I'll talk to
A
her just
funeral.
like this. I'll talk to her just like that, exactly like that. You want to do a funeral? Good. So we need at least 8 to 12,000. Would you agree?
Yes.
Perfect. So we're gonna get you some numbers on that. Now I know what the insurance companies like, and I know what they don't like. I work with you, but I have 15 carriers. I want to get you the lowest cost with the most amount, and you don't have to talk to 15 other people to get the same numbers that I can give you. So I'm going to ask you some health questions. Is that okay with you? Boom. Now I got permission to take longer and to ask her health questions. Did you ask all the health questions?
Yeah. She was
Okay.
actually really healthy, but she was just stuck on 50,000 or nothing.
Yeah, let me ask you something. Like, if you can't get $50,000, can we at least cover the burial? Because honestly, between you and me, and it's okay because America's tough right now. Most Americans cannot afford $50,000 at age 71. I'm just being completely honest with you. Okay. And are you just an all or nothing type of person? It's my way or the highway. I'm getting 50,000 or I ain't getting nothing at all. And I might even say that to her if I have to,
Like
like,
that?
yeah, I probably would just because, like, that's my personality. And I'm willing to be a little goofy and get made fun of, to be honest, because I don't care. Like, whether she gets it or don't get it, at the end of the day, it is our problem, but it's not really my problem. I don't have to carry the ring to Mount Doom. I'm not Frodo Baggins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of funny that his last name's Baggins because he carries a weight with him the whole freaking trilogy. But I'm just laughing because this like commercial came out and I saw it and it was pretty funny, so that's why I used that. But it's just interesting, right? Because you have like different people who are so stuck on I got to get 50 or nothing at all. And I'm like, I totally understand. I would want to leave my kids $1 million if I could afford it. But that doesn't mean I'm able to. And they'll probably be like, yeah, yeah, that's right. That's true. I'm like, yeah, when I was 26 and I could get $1 million policy for a couple $100, not a bad deal. But guess what? I'm not 26 anymore. Like, and that was only going to last me until I was 57. Like, there's other options when you're young, but who is responsible enough at 26 to actually hold on to something like that? Not very many people. That's why we're on the, I mean, I'm not going to say this to her, but that's why we're on the phone right now. Like, like unfortunately you relied on a company who like rented you your vehicle and now you don't work at the company anymore and now you don't have a vehicle and you're like, I'm screwed. Like, I don't have a vehicle because I was relying on my company to provide it to me. Anyway, so I just like to kind of have fun with it because like it's all a game anyway, and life's a game, and it seems really serious sometimes, but the less serious that I can make it, the less resistance I'll get. And I might even say like, "Are you gonna let me do my job? Because I'm not trying to take all day. Like I got other people to talk to, Mary." Like I'll say that. Like, listen, I respect you, but I do have other people that need me to call them, and I want to talk to you right now. Don't get me wrong. I want to talk to you, but like, can we work together here? Because I don't need much of your time. I've been doing this for nearly a decade. Like, I know exactly what to do right now. I just need your help to do it. We're a team. And I'm actually supposed to be with you for the rest of your life. I know that might sound a little crazy, but this is my career. It has been nearly a decade for me. So I'm only 34. There's a good chance that I'll outlive you. What do you think? I haven't. The last time I was in the hospital was like 2008 because I got bit by a spider. No, 2018. Sorry. I got bit by a spider and I was like, I got worried. So I went to the hospital to make sure that my leg wasn't going to fall off. Yeah, that I don't get sick. I don't take medications. Thank God, you know? So I'm like, I'm your agent for life. So those are just some things like I'll go through it as much as I need to get to the result. But if the first thing I do works, then I don't need to go through all that stuff. And I try to relate to them and I try to make them feel good about what they've done because honestly, it sucks that she lost her term. And these people do get kind of thrown around a little bit because they don't fully understand the product and what they're doing. So they get honestly, like if you don't know much about a house and then you go buy one and then you didn't do like a termite inspection and then a year or two later you find out that your wood's getting eaten out from the termites and it's done like damage that's going to cost you $10,000. That sucks. All because you didn't know to just make sure that termites, you looked for termites with an inspector, you know, and that's like this with insurance, she didn't know that was probably going to happen to her. And so she's like pissed off at the world. And I just have to say, I know that that sucks, but guess what? We can't change the past. We can only control the future. And I'm here with you. And if you'll just give me a couple minutes, I'm going to get you the numbers. I don't even know if I can help you, but I'll tell you if I can. So those are just some disarming things that I do, like all of that. So, all right. That's really good. Do you have any other questions you'd like to ask me about this or any other part of the script? Because those your questions are always really good.
That was the main thing. Thank you. That was really helpful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Quick
I'm gonna
question, Griffin. I'm a new agent, brand new. The script you're referring to, is that the standard one they are sending all the new agents, or is it something different?
so there is a standard script, and if you go to the checklist, right? Because you're using the
Yeah.
checklist.
Yes.
Yeah, on that checklist, it's highlighted in yellow. And if we pull it open, let me just go click on it again because I want to make sure I'm on the right one. Yes, there it is. It's purple at the top. You go down. So it's interesting, right? Because in the beginning, let's just role play it. You want to be a customer real quick?
Um,
Is that okay? Can you be a customer for me?
Hang on one second. Let me open this checklist. I mean,
Well,
should I,
actually,
should I
you can.
need to have the script in front of me or what?
No, no, no. You don't have to for
Yes,
this.
I'll be the customer. Sure, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Sue. All right. So, hey, Sue, this is Griffin. Uh, This is Griffin. It looks like you responded to our Facebook post about planning. And I'm sorry, let me start over because this is too small. I gotta just move it over here and make it bigger. All right, here I'm doing a start over. Look, see, that's why we role play. Even anyone can get rusty. So I'm gonna start over. Hey Sue,
Who's
this
this,
is
please?
this is Griffin and Griffin Henderson. So this is called the James Bond technique. I think you should use it. I think this is how it's meant to be. So, hey Sue, and then you're like, who is this? I'm like, hey Sue, this is Griffin. She's like, Griffin who? Griffin Henderson? It looks like you responded to our Facebook post about funeral planning and you were looking at some final expense coverage for you or your beneficiary, which I think is your daughter, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, yeah. So have you found what you're looking for, or are you still looking?
No, actually, I'm still looking, and I'm really glad you called me.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
so most of my life, I mean, like most people, my employer was giving me term insurance. I'm a healthy woman, and death never was in my mind. And now I'm seriously looking, I'm about to retire. So can you briefly tell me the different products that you have and the best product that you might be able to recommend, please?
Absolutely. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am 70.
Perfect. You're like the perfect age to be doing this. And so what I can do is I have the ability to look at every single carrier that's out there and I can look at them all side by side on a list and see which one out of all the ones that I have, which is over
Sure.
15 A-rated companies, I can just see who's going to give you the lowest cost with the most amount and save you the time and the hassle of having to talk to 15 other people to get the same information that one person can give you. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good, Griffin. Let's go.
Awesome. I just got to ask you some basic health questions,
Sure.
and then I'll be able to know exactly what you qualify for.
Mhm.
And before I get into that, was there anything in particular that made you decide that now would be a good time instead of some other time?
Because I'm not covered.
Hmm.
I need to have something, yeah. Because I,
Yeah.
I just retired, and yeah, it's been on my
Okay.
mind, and I'm really glad. As I said, it's the perfect time for me to speak with you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, did you happen, and I hate to ask this, but I have to, it's part of my job. Did you recently lose somebody or know somebody who had lost somebody that had to run around and figure out how they'd pay for it?
Not really, but I'm a realist. I mean, you
Yeah,
know, yeah. From
that's
the
good.
industry I come from, death, taxes, and local loop, it's you're not escaping. Yeah.
That's true. You're very right. Benjamin
Mhm.
Franklin said that. And then so you look at covering yourself because it looks like everyone around you has taken care of this. Does that sound right?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
because
I mean, I never.
so if they are the kind of person who hasn't recently suffered from a loss, I'm like, oh, good. Everybody you know has this taken care of. Now it's your turn. You know, I might not say that last little part, but I might. Who knows? So, you can't be like every single conversation, I'm going to say this exact thing. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do that are like that,
Mhm.
but then, you can adjust accordingly to the person.
Sure.
We're not robots. And there's a reason why AI has not taken our job yet.
Correct.
And there's a reason why it probably never will. Never
And
say
you
never,
already
but
know by now that I'm eager to learn and very interested. So, yeah,
yeah, you're an easy, like, to be honest with
exactly.
you, you made it so easy for me.
Yes.
But I know that there's going to be customers that aren't like that most of the time or half the time.
Yes, sir.
So you did great on making it easy for me. Um, but yeah, that's kind of how I break through.
But you haven't sold, you haven't closed the deal yet. So let's proceed.
All right. So I would go through the health questions and I would probably get a no on all of them, right? Because, that's the truth, right, for you. Now,
Right.
have you sold the policy yet in real life?
No, I just started last week
Okay.
and I'm working on contracting right now yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, to be quite honest with you,
Mhm.
you should know the whole script, and you should role play
Yeah.
at this. And I know somebody you could role play with, actually. He's on my team. His name's Victor, and you
Okay.
could start role playing with him every day because
Fantastic.
yeah, yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah. I'm
Thank
gonna
you so
pair you
much.
guys up just for fun.
Yeah.
And then, and he's sold insurance before. The other thing is this, um, the greeting is going to be the hard part. So you want to practice the greeting like crazy,
Hmm.
like your life depended on it.
Sure. Makes
Like
sense.
you work for a Fortune 100 company like Verizon and you make $1 million a year and you've got to be like, I'm calling another company that's rich. So I'm like, so I want you to be really tough with me. Okay. Are you ready? Like,
I am
like if you,
coming out of Fortune 100 company, by the way.
which one? Can you tell me?
Microsoft.
Beautiful. I used to work at Verizon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
did
check
in the past. I'm
check
old.
that's cool. Check this out. So, have you ever had someone be just really rough with you, or have you been rough with somebody that called to sell you something?
Not really. No. I
You're a
mean,
nice
I've done
person.
this for a very long time now. There's no
Here,
need to be. No,
you're correct. You're correct. I
there's no
agree.
need to
And I
be.
don't treat telemarketers the way I don't want to be treated because I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Hmm.
Also, I own what I sell. This is part of being fully sold. It's one of the prereqs. This book right here next to me, you should read it and listen to it on audio
And who's
because
it by?
Sell or Be Sold, Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
He talks about you first have to recognize that you are a salesperson and then you have to be sold on what you're doing and you have to be committed to it. Okay? Check this out. Okay, so be tough with me. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Ring ring.
Hello?
Hi Sue.
Who's this?
This is Griffin.
Griffin
Griffin
who?
Henderson. And it looks like you responded to our Facebook post about funeral planning and you were looking at some final expense coverage for you and your daughter, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Okay. And so, ma'am, I work with the price group and I'm able to look at pretty much every option that's out there to make sure your final expenses are covered. Have you had much luck with
Griffin,
that yet?
as much as I want to talk to you, I'm in the middle of something. Are you able to call me back?
Sure. Like, I'd love to call you back. I don't even know if it would make sense yet. Can you just give me 2 minutes so we can see if it would make
Sure,
sense for me
let's
to call you
go.
back
Yeah,
later?
2 minutes is fine. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, have you had much look on your search yet with final expenses, burial?
Yes, I've been searching. Yes, online. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
anything good?
No, I would love to talk to an expert like you, Griffin.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, you're making this so easy for me. I mean, come on. It's okay. You're a nice lady. So we're gonna have to Victor will be tough with you. So I'll have you call Victor and he'll be tough on
Yeah.
you. But it's okay. Yeah, I mean, like I do like to establish the fact that with every customer, right? This is the one thing I always do. Listen, I can look at every single option that's out there to help you cover this. I work with seniors, they live on a fixed income, like Social Security,
Hmm.
disability, and even our disabled vets. Does that sound a little
Right.
bit like
Now,
your
actually, I
situation?
was going to ask you this. So do you represent only one company or who are you
Fifth,
selling? Who are you
honestly, I
selling?
have 15, like Mutual of Omaha, Gerber, Aetna, American Amicable, Aflac, you know, the duck, Aflac. You heard the duck
Yeah, of
commercial?
course. Yeah,
Transamerica.
sure.
Yeah. And then the baby, you know, I have Gerber, the baby food, the baby logo. So yeah. So you've heard some of those. I look at
Hmm.
all of them. I'm like the Google of
Right.
insurance carriers. I can pull them up on a list
Hmm.
side by side, see who's going to give you
Beyond
the
the two
lowest.
minute thing. So what would you ask me for the 2 minutes to qualify, even if
I
it's
already lost my 2 minutes and now we're into the 3 to 5 minutes. And yeah, see, it went
what would
by.
you have asked me if I had only 2 minutes and to qualify me?
Everything I did, I would do that
Okay.
because now we're on the phone longer. And
Mhm.
then now you're probably going to say, well, 2 minutes has been up. I really got to go. Or they're just not, that was all made up. And then now we just keep going.
Would you ask me for my time frame, or you would tell me, hey, I can call you between 2 and 4. Are you available at that time? Because you this way you're holding control over your time
I'll be
frame, right?
completely honest. I do not set appointments with
Okay.
people unless they're at work. And I don't set a specific appointment. I give them a time frame.
Okay.
Hey, we could probably talk Saturday night, right? Or you have a date this Saturday? No. Okay, good. I'll probably talk to you then, okay? And I want them to forget about it.
Right.
Because when I call them back, I don't want them to know who it was because I want them to answer.
Yes.
And here's why. Here's my opinion, guys. This is Griffin's opinion. It is not established fact or true. It's true for me. And what's true for you is true for you. So here we go. People don't want to talk about this. Like, if you said, Griff, I'm going to call you at 2 and we're going to talk about football, I'm like, dude, I'm working. But if you're like, hey, man, let's go hang out and watch the game on Saturday night, that's different. But if you're like, hey man, I'm gonna call you and we're gonna talk about insurance on Saturday night, I'm like, uh, and then I might agree to it now, but then when I get there at that time, I'm gonna look at the phone and be like, oh yeah, nah, we can talk later. We can talk on Monday. I'm like, dude, like, why did we set an appointment for the Saturday if he just wants to talk on a Monday? Anyway, I
Right.
don't believe in really setting appointments unless you know deep down to your in
In
your
your
true
gut that
deep
she's
down you're like
serious. Yeah.
this is something
Yeah.
like this is for real like
Mhm.
and even then you can't count on it because
Sure.
you like block off this hour for this person and then you don't even do anything for an hour and then you call them because you're like I got a deal at 1 o'clock and then you call them they don't even answer and then you just wasted an hour so that's why I'm like not an appointment guy so if
Makes
you want to
sense.
talk, if you,
Yeah,
hey,
you
there
don't have
might
to
be
feel it
somebody
out. Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I'm not the appointment person. There might be somebody in this company who is, and you should learn from that person because it's not me.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that was really good. Now that we've got a bunch more people here, we're talking about objections and role play. Anybody? I would really like to talk to somebody who has been making
Thank
calls.
you.
Yeah. Thank you as well. That was very good. Keep going. So, who's been on the phones making calls to people and had conversations?
I have another one.
Yeah, that's great. Do it.
One that I get a lot is I need to talk to my kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Do they pay your bills for you?
Nope.
Do you ever ask that?
No, I don't.
You know what? I want to say something. I want to say two or three things. One thing I want to say, first of all, is great job on your questions. And that's why, I mean, if we're being honest, if we looked at the leaderboard right now, I'm willing to bet you're up there on it somewhere.
I'm
I'm
not.
willing. Oh. I mean, on a monthly basis,
Last month I did 9,600 AP.
good. We're gonna get you doing that per week at some point, okay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so good. So that's a really good question. So if Mary's like, "Yeah, I want to talk to my kids," I'm like, "Absolutely, your kids should know about this, right, Jessica?"
They should know about it.
Yeah, most people that I talk to when they say they want to talk to their kids, what they're really saying to me is I want my son and daughter to know like exactly what's going on and like where they should call, like who to call. So that way when the time comes, like it's easy for them and they're not stressed out about like where do we get the money to pay for mom's funeral? Does that sound right? Yeah,
Hmm.
that's usually what they mean, but does your daughter, do you like live with your kids or?
No, I just need to talk to her about it to
Yeah.
see if she wants me to get it.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, they should know that you're doing it. But do they pay your bills, by the way, Jessica? Like, do they help you financially or do you help them?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you've helped me here because now that I've gotten the two answers that I was looking for, like we've established that it's just a stall and it's a lack of certainty. You just have to know that. And it's like, most parents their kids, they don't really want to talk to their kids about the day they're not going to be there. I know your kids don't want to talk to you about it because they don't want to profit from their loss with a loved one. In business, we don't like to lose money, but we don't like to lose we never want to lose a family member and then make money off of it and then talk to them about making money off of them before they actually pass away. Now, what if your kids, you talk to them and they're like, "Mom, don't worry about it. We'll just take care of this for you."
I don't want that. I would still get it.
Yeah, see? Like this is look, I make it so easy for them to realize that what they're saying is completely ridiculous. And I also look, I have this conversation every day and you have this like maybe a couple times your whole life. So I understand this is like a little bit new for you, but have you ever had life insurance before?
A long time ago with my job, but I've
Yeah.
been retired for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean like have you ever known somebody who lost somebody they had to like run around and figure out how they'd pay for it?
No,
Okay, well, good. That means that everybody you know has this taken care of. And now it's your turn. And so that's what we're here to do is just make sure that when the good Lord calls you home, there's no financial burden that's going to fall on the people whose shoulder you care about the most. So those are all the things that I would do to if I needed to, depending on their response. Like your responses, you're like, okay, like, all right. But like if they're like still I can tell like I'm not making progress down the field, then I will do all the stuff there. It's like an arsenal of I've got to talk to my kids. Yeah, that's really good stuff actually. You make me remember stuff that it's become like riding a bicycle, but it's only because I've been doing this for 7 years straight. But you can get that all down in no time. You just have to, if you yeah, actually, I'm going to tell you guys the thing that nobody here wants to do because it's obvious on the call that nobody wants to do it, but that makes you the most uncomfortable, but makes you the best you can be the fastest. You want to know what it is? Anybody know what it is? Role play. Nobody wants to do it. It's not fun. It's uncomfortable. But if you can get comfortable being uncomfortable, you will be the best you can be faster than everybody else. Anyway, this was a great call today. I mean, I feel like we've reached the climax of the call and that we should end off here. Does anyone else have any questions, comments, or concerns before we end off? Okay, well, it sounds like some people are already on the phones anyway, so that's what we should do. And if you want to pair up, if anybody wants to pair up and role play at any point in time ever, Copy and paste my email. There you go. It's in the chat. Just shoot me an email. Be happy to work out a time to do some role play. We can record it and work on the hardest parts about our job. Okay, everybody.
Good,
Yeah.
Griffin, I actually have a question.
Hmm.
So when it comes to like how do you deal with when you're on the phone, obviously like we have to hold a certain amount of authority, um, and not be like too nice or else they're just gonna feel like they can bulldoze over you.
Yeah.
It's like how do you handle like making sure that you have authority but not like being too pushy or not sounding like aggressive when it comes to like handling these objections? Like, how do you balance that out? You know?
It's a good question. I would like to have a specific scenario that I could work with to answer that.
I guess like when it comes to since this conversation is about objections, like I guess like when it comes to that, like sometimes if somebody gives me an objection either at the beginning of the call or either after the sale is made, I'm sorry, either after the price has been given, it's kind of like I'll feel scared to like respond back and kind of like challenge them,
Mm.
with that. Um Like for
Yeah.
example, somebody's like, I'm busy or something like that. It's kind of like I feel a little odd, like asking them, okay, well, do you have like 1 or 2 minutes of that? Like sometimes I feel pushy or rude or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't
I'd
know.
love to call you back later, Taylor, but I don't even to save you some time and frustration because you get a lot of calls, don't you?
Hmm.
I don't even know if it makes sense for us to talk later, but if you could just I'll set a timer for 2 minutes. Let's see if it even makes sense to speak again.
Hmm.
I'm doing them a favor by doing that.
Yeah.
I'm doing them a favor and I'm doing myself a favor. And
Hmm.
that's just something that, I think it works really well. That's my go-to. I like that one. And then I also like to find out their schedule. Are you at work right now? Like, and I can tell kind of if they're telling me the truth or not. Like, I can tell the background.
Hmm.
Are you working right now? I am actually, because I can tell, but that's not very common. Can happen though.
Yeah.
If they're not working, I'm gonna go harder on them. I should go hard on people that are working. Why are you answering random calls while you're at work? I mean, I did triple dial you, so that might be why. You might have thought it was an emergency or something. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's good. I don't know if that really answers your question though.
Yeah, no, it's just like sometimes like I don't know, it could just be fear. It's just like
Yeah.
when it comes to doing these objections, like you're when you respond back to an objection, like you're challenging them, you're getting them to think a certain way, but it's like sometimes I don't know, you just kind of have the
Yeah.
authority part. It's just kind of scary sometimes. I don't know.
For yeah, for years I felt that fear, and then eventually, I every now and then experience it, but it's gone away so much, you
Hmm.
know. I mean, once you do something for like 10 years, I mean, it's kind of funny to say that because like who wants to wait 10 years to not have that feeling? But just
Yeah.
remember, you get paid really well to deal with that feeling. If we
Hmm.
were working in the ER, you guys ever seen that show called The Pit on HBO? Dude, that show, you should watch that show. Just watch the first episode of The Pit on HBO. Freaking crazy. Those guys are dealing with that stuff in the ER, and even 20 years later, there's stuff that really messes with them because they see death and they see blood and mostly like the loss, especially of like someone who like you feel like doesn't deserve it, like a child, like someone like who drowns and you're trying to save their life. It's like, man, that's a tough job. But doctors get paid well above average. Anyway, we're like the insurance doctor, and we have to have tough conversations with people that are uncomfortable. And I'll even tell them, hey, this is not the most comfortable thing in the world to talk about, Mary. But if we talk about it one time, we may never have to deal with this ever again.
Oh, that's good.
Like I know it's uncomfortable. I don't even sometimes like talking about it, but let's be honest, like who does? And that's why I have a job. And I actually, if we do this now, we don't have to go through this again. You'll have some peace of mind knowing that when the good Lord does call you home, there's no financial burden that's going to fall on the people you care about the most. How does that sound? So that's a core principle of my call. Like that statement, I use it on almost every single call. And it just has been like a core principle for me.
Mm-hmm.
What are we selling? We're selling peace of mind. I have a note on my phone, and I'm going to share this note with you guys. I think you're going to really appreciate it, okay? If you do these little things on every call, these are the things that nobody teaches you. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I have a quick question. When do you say the part about how no one wants to talk about it? If we talk about it once, then you won't have to talk about it again. Like, when do you throw that out there?
Good question. Yeah. Honestly, when they say something in relation to the fact that I can tell they're either getting really uncomfortable or I can tell that they say it. They just say it, that they are uncomfortable. Then I will say that to them because some people are so afraid of having the conversation that they just won't have it, and that's not okay. It would be unethical for me to allow you to step off this call without protecting you and your family because we're too afraid to do it. And I say we because I'm on your side. We're a team here. I'm supposed to work with you. I'm not your opponent. I'm not your enemy. We're on the same side here. I got 3,000 people that I've helped, and you could be one of them, but I'm your agent for life. Like when you get me, you don't just get a policy, I come with the policy. That's some stuff you learn from Seller Be Sold. Like all this stuff comes right out of Seller Be Sold. Like I can kind of whip that out at little moments when I need to. So I'm going to give you some notes on my phone. I might be able to share them in the chat. And this is beautiful. Okay, you guys ready? This is going to be our wrap up for today. And then email me any questions that you have. Okay. So keep this in mind. So keep an upbeat, enthusiastic tone. Otherwise, the people are not going to want to talk to you. Okay. Be the insurance. You should make them comfortable and confident in you. Keep it simple. Be the insurance doctor like a doctor talks to a patient. Be assertive and be assumptive. You are the professional. You have the license. This isn't a nice to have. This is a must have. It's mission critical to get this done today. Talk with urgency. Build rapport, connect. You're on their side. Get to the emotional core of the conversation, or you will not really keep. If you make the sell, you won't keep it. So you have to do that. Get them to agree with an audible yes answers. This will get you closer to the big yes at the end. Now you don't have to do that too much because it can become very noticeable and obvious. So I actually like to say, hey, would it be a terrible idea if we just took a few minutes to see if this would even make sense for you? And they're like, no, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. But really what they did was say yes. But they said no. So they feel more comfortable because they could tell me no, and we still went the way we wanted to go. I learned that from Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference. Have that book too. Okay, so know the children's first name. Don't use it too much in the call, but you definitely want to use it at least once or twice. Lead the conversation. Stop asking for permission. Like, stop asking, is this a good time? Always assume it is and just go. Lift the burden, solve their problem. We sell peace of mind. What are you selling? We sell peace of mind. We sell sleep. Talk with passion and conviction, like you truly believe in what we do, as you should. Care for the client and lead them. You have to be like a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a parent and you're walking on the sidewalk and your daughter starts to run toward the road, obviously you're going to grab her. Hey, what are you doing? Hold my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be holding their hand anyway, but sometimes they break free. You gotta like, hey, like you gotta grab them. So that you gotta do that with these people. Okay, that's all I got, and I hope everyone has a great day. To the phones, to the phones. Let's hit the phones. All
Thanks,
right.
Griffin.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Thanks.
Griffin.
Have a great
Thanks,
day.
Griffin. Are you gonna
Thank
post
you.
those?
The notes?
Yeah, the notes. Yeah.
Yeah, let
So,
me try to do that.
thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Dun, 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 dun. I don't have it on this phone. I'm gonna put it in TPG Uncaged. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's going in there now. Boom. It's in the chat. TPG
Thank you.
Uncaged. You're welcome. Everybody have a great day.